Hey friends, here talking about When He Was Wicked today. That is the 6th book in the Bridgerton books. For those of my Bridgerton fans who watch the show and aren't as familiar with the books, this is Francesca's story. I will do my best not to give spoilers with this one. I'm sure if you watch the show or follow social media, you've seen some of the potential spoilers and the conversation around this particular book in this story. It's a 5-star read for me for sure. I rated this 3 on my spice scale. I like some of the dialogue in this one. I wouldn't say there's, it's not tons of scenes like you think of like the Lord series from Chantal Tessier or some of those kind of stories. Like, not as many scenes, but the scenes that are there are pretty good. So that's why I call this a 3-star or 3 pepper kind of read for me. So love Francesca's story. We're talking the book. Talk the book. Love her story. Love this one. Was to me the most emotional of the Bridgerton reads for a lot of different reasons. Potentially want to read trigger warnings on this one if pregnancy and miscarriage are concerns for you. You may want to consider that before reading this book. But this one, or loss of a spouse, this book touches on on those topics, and it was an emotional read compared to some of the other Bridgerton books. I think this one got me the most caught up in the feels compared to others. So definitely, it's a really good all-around read. I really enjoy Francesca. As y'all know already from a previous review on the Bridgerton books, Eloise is my favorite. I would say this one is definitely... I should probably do a post where I talk about how I stack rank the Bridgerton books. This one is probably up there. I don't know exactly where it fits, but it's not 1 or 2 for me. I was like, I gotta think about if it fits in the 3rd spot, because 1 is Eloise and 2 is the Viscount Who Loves Me, Anthony's story. But yeah, I'll have to think about that and stack rank the books. I know people have a lot of thoughts on the show, and I have thoughts too. I think my bigger issue, the thing I did not enjoy the most is, in regards to Francesca's story, is that in the book, she loved John. So, there wasn't a question that she loved John. It just wasn't as passionate as what Second Chance looks like for her. And so I would have liked to seen us live that. I feel like the show took it a little fast of maybe her connection with John wasn't real, and I'm interested to see how they interpret that, because I loved the character John in probably loved him in the show even more than you get to experience him in the book, because they made him just a really kind of fun character in the show. So that'll be my comments on that, because I know show watchers have lots of thoughts there. Read the book. If you haven't read the book, read the book. The book is really worth the read. And try to remember, show Bridgerton, I consider, is a little more of a fantasy world that's kind of inspired by the Regency era and inspired by the books. Whereas the books really are more true to the norms of the Regency era. And I think both have their place. And both are fantastic. Bridgerton's my favorite show in the world. And the Bridgerton books are among some of my favorite books in the world. So I like that both can exist in the same place for me. So give it a check. Let me know what you think. If you've read this one, what do you think about it? Tell me what you think about the show. I'm totally up for all the debates and all the things. I try to see all the sides and different people's points, and hopefully we just have a good show.